is Laurie, and in this session, we're teaching idioms. Idioms can be a lot of fun, but they are also hard for language learners. They don't always translate well. Sometimes they don't make a lot of sense from one language to another. But we need to teach idioms because idioms help communication. Many fluent speakers and proficient speakers use idioms in their normal conversations. So when our students understand idioms, their listening comprehension improves. Also, when our students are able to use idioms in conversation, they sound more natural and that helps communication. And if your students are thinking about taking a certification exam, idioms will be part of the descriptors used to evaluate proficiency. If we want our students to use idioms confidently, they have to learn them and use them early on, which means that we need to teach them early on. We need to be intentional about teaching idioms and use them as part of our normal class conversation. We need to create opportunities for our students to use them in class. Choose idioms that are level appropriate and use them early on. Here are 5 idioms to teach your beginning level students. These are great for A1 or A2 level students. They align with topics for beginning level courses and they're easy to teach and to use. How about teaching your students to say it's all Greek to me when they don't understand something? Explain that it comes from Shakespeare and use it as part of your language and nationalities unit. You can create opportunities for your students to use it as part of classroom language. Excuse me, teacher, I don't understand. It's all Greek to me. Or you can have role plays where one student explains something and the other one says that they don't understand. I'm sorry, I don't understand what you said. It's all Greek to me. When teaching the weather, teach your students to say it's raining cats and dogs. Show them a picture to really drive the meaning home and create role play situations where they can use the phrase. For example, how's the weather today? Terrible. It's raining cats and dogs. And don't forget to use it when it's really, really pouring. A blue moon is a very rare astronomical phenomenon, and we use once in a blue moon to describe something that happens very rarely. You can teach it along phrases such as once a week, once a month, once in a while. And you can have your students ask and answer questions with how often. For example, how often do you go to the beach? Once in a blue moon. How often do you clean your bathroom? Once in a blue moon. When you're teaching illnesses and symptoms, you can teach your students to use under the weather to describe having a cold. Make sure that your students understand that this is not related to the weather and have your students role play questions and answers. How are you feeling today? Not so good. I'm a little bit under the weather. Maybe you should take some aspirin. And finally, when teaching the future, you can teach your students to say, when pigs fly, to say, this will never happen. How about asking and answering questions? When will you get married? When pigs fly. When will you buy a house? When pigs fly. When will you start a diet? Apparently, when pigs fly. So here you had 5 idioms to teach your beginning level students, but you can choose others and use them in different activities in your classes. A great idea is to create a bingo card and have your students check a box every time they use an idiom in class. Another thing you could do is give your students a conversation and have them change as many phrases as possible with an idiom. Or you could have a contest. Who can use more idioms in one class? And whoever wins gets a special award. What are some ideas that you use to teach idioms? And what are some idioms that you like to teach your beginning level students? Share them in the comments. We love to hear about it. And for more fun tips, don't forget to subscribe to How to Teach English. Happy teaching, everybody. See you soon.